Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, Shiki went to sleep. Whether that's a good or a bad thing yet, we don't really know. But he did fall asleep, and he did tell Hisui that he wanted her to be there. But, well, Shiki was waiting for her when he fell asleep, if I recall, and she had not made it back yet. But, I guess we'll find out soon if that's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on if Shiki has any dreams, and if so, what he dreams about. I also, and I might have mentioned this in a previous episode a long time ago, I don't remember, I found a bug. I loaded this up, and then I loaded a past save to try to remind myself what happened, and then I reloaded this save, and I can now scroll up, because normally on this screen you can't actually go to recollection and view previous day's text normally, and you can also do that by scrolling up on the scroll wheel, but it seems like, because that's not the end of what happened last time, I think that's just the end of a scene or something like that, but I'm not sure. Interesting little bug that I'm sure somebody can play around with and find some weird thing about the engine or something like that, because it's not a very good one. What is it, ONS encoder or something like that? Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, I've rambled enough, so let's get into it, shall we? 10. Burning Body 2. The light from the window wakes me up. I didn't have any dreams. It really was just a sleep without dreams, good or bad. Thanks to that, I don't feel bad at all. Today's Saturday, so I should probably thank Hisui and Kohaku-san for taking care of me. It's only just past 6. All I did was lie down yesterday, so I don't feel tired anymore. Time to get up. I get up from bed. My body doesn't move at all. I haven't healed at all. If anything, it's worse. Yesterday, I could move my arms, but today I can't even do that. I try to bring my arms straight up. Ellipses. I finally managed to do so. Using all of my strength, it takes me about a full minute. What's going on? It's like my body is dead, or more like a robot out of gas. At any rate, my body won't move. At the same time, I'm fully conscious and I don't feel any pain. Hey, Hisui, Kohaku-san. I was going to tell them to come here, but I stopped. I can speak, but using a loud voice makes me extremely dizzy. It almost feels like a loud voice uses too much muscle, placing too much strain on the blood flow to the brain. I breathe out. I guess all I can do is just wait for Hisui to come wake me up. After that, it's pretty much like yesterday morning. Since I was already in bed, it went by just a bit faster than yesterday. After coming to wake me up, a pale-faced Hisui called for Kohaku-san, who did a little checkup. Hearing this, Akiya once again ran into my room, called the same doctor of yesterday, who did the same examination, and then I ended up resting in bed. Since sleeping in bed all day makes me pretty sick, I'm now leaning my upper body on the headboard. Shiki-sama, did you say something? No, I was just zoning out. I didn't say anything. Hey, what's with that expression? I told you that I'm not in any pain or anything, so you don't need to worry. I'm very sorry, Shiki-sama. I told you, it's alright. Jeez, you really are worrisome. Well, I guess you two really are sisters. You're a lot like Kahaku-san in that way. I'm like Ne-san? Hisui asks, very surprised. Well, I wasn't referring to appearance, as that's pretty obvious. Yeah, it's a pretty old story. Did you know that Kahaku-san has acted like an... Actually, I think this is probably... No, actually... This would be Shiki, because Kahaku-san, she doesn't refer to... Hisui doesn't refer to Kahaku-san as Kahaku-san. She calls her usually Ne-san, I think. Did you know that Kahaku-san has acted like an older sister since we were small? Whenever Akiya and I would get hurt, Kahaku-san would get so worried. No, it's fine if it was only when we were hurt, but even when we were not feeling well, she would be very fussy, telling us to go to sleep, go to sleep. She was really that fussy? Yeah, I felt pretty bashful when she'd do it. When was it? I remember once I caught a cold, and I wanted to play anyway. Kahaku-san, she would keep telling me to go to bed over and over. Eventually, she won and I went back to my room, and after that, she came into my room and lay a wet towel on me. I really thought she would smother me to death. Trying not to sneeze again. Bleh. Come to think of it, this time around, I think Kahaku-san wasn't worried as much as I thought. But maybe she wanted to act as a nurse or something. She really did seem to enjoy it. But I don't mean I didn't like what Kahaku-san did. I liked what she would do, and playing with Akio was so much fun. That's right. Come to think of it, I had a pretty happy time as a kid. Yes, I'm sure Ne-san feels the same way. Hisui nods quietly. Oh no. Simply talking about my childhood like this, Hisui must be getting bored. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you with this kind of talk. Please do not worry about it. I enjoy it. Really? In that case, certainly Hisui doesn't look bored at all. Yes, as long as it does not bother you, please continue on. The doctor said that any sort of activity is preferable. I see. They say to move my body, but it's really just my mouth I can move right now. Jeez, I don't really have much to talk about, although I do have a lot of memories of my childhood. I do not mind. Please, tell me more about your childhood, Shiki-sama. Really? But I think it'll just be boring. Are you sure? Yes, I'm really enjoying this. Hisui gives an extremely happy smile. Completely forgetting about the state I'm in now, my heart starts to race. The smile that is so rarely seen on Hisui's faces, it makes me blush and, well... Shiki-sama? Is there something wrong? No, it's nothing. Well, let's continue talking about the past then. Hisui nods. As I continue to remember more and more about the past, I continue my boring, inane monologue. At lunchtime, Kahaku-san comes in and trades places with Hisui. Kahaku-san brings a wash pail and several towels. I get a really bad feeling about this. Shiki-san, we have to wash your body, so please endure this. I knew it. Even though it is something I'd hate to do, I can't exactly say no. It's obvious that since I can't move my body, someone has to clean it for me. I've been laying around since yesterday, and to be honest, I do feel sticky and pretty gross. Yes. Please. Not at all. I'm the one who should be saying please. Hold on just a moment. Well, that's annoying. Windows Updates is being finicky and doesn't... Well, For some reason it's updating, even though I changed the time on my system, so my active... whatever. It's just being annoying. It's being very, very annoying, and OBS does not like Windows updates running at all. So I hope I fixed that, and hopefully I won't get any more pop-ups telling me because of updating shit. God, it's annoying. Anyway, not at all. I'm the one who should be saying please. And it's over. It was deadly embarrassing, but I can't fight Kohaku-san. After all, Kohaku-san helps me get to the bathroom when I have to go. After receiving so much care from Kohaku-san, I think being embarrassed is rude to her. All finished. Thank you for your cooperation. After changing me into a new set of pajamas, she replaces my sheets. But Shiki-san, you really have no strength at all, do you? I was surprised when you didn't even flinch when I was washing you. You're right. I was wondering what's wrong with my body. Normally, when someone is taking care of you, if they move your arms and legs, there is some sort of muscular reaction in the body. Since the reaction is there, the one doing the caring usually takes a lot of work, but I don't even have that reaction right now. It's like I'm a boneless jellyfish. Jellyfish? I might be quite right. From what I've heard, and I've not done it personally because I've never worked in that profession, but people that can still move their body parts are easier to clean because, you know, they can assist at least some, and they're not just... even if they're fighting against you, they're not dead weight, and dead weight is, from what I've been told, the absolute hardest to deal with, even more than somebody trying to fight you, because, you know, if somebody's trying to fight with you, they're still moving, and, you know, if someone's dead weight, it's just weight. Which, well, I could talk about a wrestling thing with that and sandbagging people, but that's not really anything super interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. He's kind of making it seem like it's less effort intensive than it actually would be, because again, it's called dead weight for a reason. It's not easy to deal with. I meant it to be a joke, but I don't feel like laughing. How do I put it? It's almost as if I'm not quite alive. The fact that I can't move my body. I didn't think that not having any feeling in my body would be this scary. I also just realized I forgot to pause my alarm whenever I had paused the video. Bleh. Or my timer, not alarm. It's annoying as well. More inconsistencies with me. It's almost like I'm in a dream, just a vague existence. Shiki-san, please do not make that uneasy face. Whatever the reason, I'm sure you'll be able to return to normal soon. I'm sure. But I wonder what the reason is. If there is a reason, it would be this scar from 8 years ago. The doctor said that it was simply a miracle to be alive. Perhaps this is the price of my miraculous recovery. If that is the case, then I, Tonoshiki, may never be able to stand on my own for the rest of my life. Shiki-san, are you okay? You look terrible. I just imagined something terrible and got a little scared. Ah, that's no good, Shiki-san. If your spirit is weak, you'll never be able to recover. I guess you're right. I guess I'll try to think positive. Thank you very much, Kohaku-san. As long as you understand. You understand things pretty well, and you always seem to accept your circumstances. So, I think it's okay if you complain every once in a while. Kohaku-san seriously offers some advice. Suddenly, I remember what I was telling Hisui earlier. Jeez. Kohaku-san, you still do like to nurse people, don't you? Huh? What do you mean by that? Remember way back when I caught a cold and wanted to play anyway? It's just like back then. I guess something like that happened. You never said anything about how you felt, Shiki-san. But you found out quickly. Afterwards, you made me go back to the detached building, and I never forgave you for that. Not really. I was actually extremely grateful, but I thought I'd tease Kohaku-san a little bit. And then, Kohaku-san tries earnestly to remember, and she freezes in place. Huh. What's this? Did you forget? I guess so. I'm sorry, my memory is not all that great. No, it's hard to remember stuff from 8 years ago, so it's no big deal. You are right. I remember most of the things, but it's something from 8 years ago, so I might be forgetting something important too. I completely agree. Before I went to the garden in the forest, I had forgotten entirely the image of that accident 8 years ago. Well then, I'll bring you some food, so please rest until then. Interesting reaction we had from Kohaku there regarding the, that subject in question. Oh well. In the afternoon, I become alone. I feel bad letting Kohaku-san and Hisui take care of me all the time, so I had them return to their duties. Since I didn't have any hideous nightmare last night, even though I can't move, my health is pretty stable. That's actually kind of not true. I mean, it's been less than 24 hours, and I think less than 48 hours since you've started having the major symptoms. So that's pretty much the definition of unstable. You got worse one day, and then you got worse the next day. And, you know, it might not seem like you're getting worse to you, but that's, you know, not how that works. Because whenever I catch the flu, I feel like shit. Or like I feel fine, and I feel kind of shitty one day. And I feel kind of shitty that entire day. And then the next day I feel like fucking garbage. And then I'm like that for a couple days. And then one day I'm more or less fine. And then I'm better. It's not, because you don't realize when you're sick, at least in my experience and people that I've talked to about it, which is not very many to be fair, but still, it's not a thing that you can really tell if you're stable or not. It's because people looking at me is like, and I talk to people, it's like, man, you're getting sick. It's like, I feel fine. I don't feel like I'm getting sick, or I feel the same as I did this morning. And then the next day it's like, God, I feel like shit. And then, you know, it's not something you'd realize. And even then, seriously, it's less than 48 hours. You're not stable. You're specifically very much not. Whatever. I'm just complaining about the medical inaccuracies that I don't even have that much knowledge of myself, so it's fine. I'm not a doctor or a nurse or any trained medical professional in any way. So, you know, take my advice with a nice heaping fistful of salt. Or just go watch a League of Legends streamer. Haha! Topical like 2 years ago. Fuck, that would be more than 2 years ago. Never mind. Ignore me. I figure I can continue by myself until dinner time. Well, my body can't move, so I can't say my health is good or bad. I had the same reaction to this sentence the first time I read this. And I remember that. I just kind of stared at the screen for a moment. That's not how that works. You can't move. Your health is bad. It's... whatever. Leaning back against the headboard, I stare aimlessly. It's been 10 days since I came back to the mansion. At first, I felt out of place, but now I feel very comfortable in this room. You can't underestimate the adaptability of the human mind, I suppose. That is true. And, well, the non-mentally ill human mind. And if you are mentally ill or have other mental, I don't want to say defects because that's not the right word, mental peculiarities, I guess, then that wouldn't be true. But for the most part, yeah, even then, the human body, the human mind, the human is adaptable. It's very interesting. My headache. Eh? Lines. I can see lines. My glasses are on, so why? Pan. Not more of that shit. Last time I finished the last episode with all the panting, I was fucking lightheaded as hell. Oh well. Who is it? I move my head. There's no one in the room except me. Pant. I can hear someone breathing. Something that sounds like a wild dog salivating breath reaches my ears. Pant. I managed to turn my head, but there was no one behind me. I can't even sense anyone. Is it some sort of auditory hallucination? No. It is a hallucination, but it is real. Pant. It isn't echoing through my room. It's echoing inside of my head. In that case, this breathing is without a doubt coming from inside my brain. Pant. Mixing together. Progressively mixing together. This unknown voice and my breathing harmonize together. What is this? Just what is this? I'm about to merge with him. I am about to fuse with him. The triangle cogwheels and diamond cogwheels, noise, echoes, panorama, strings. There shouldn't be any point of connection between us. Even in illusion, knowing should be rejected. Strange. What are you? I am. The torrent breaks through. Spinning. The world is spinning. Sun and moon. Female and lion. Seba? Angel and pollution, colliding uphill paths, broken hourglass, upwards falling sand, scattered windows and a door without a handle. Darkness. Seems like you've been reading my D&D notes. Darkness. I'm getting crushed. Melting wall, solvable meaning, self who can explain, smoothness of changeable permeability, transitioning time, observation, life, and executing function, a pinkyless hand, headless eyes, rolling carpet, once, twice, 3 times, 777 cages. Burst balloon. Unfillable promise. Unprotected law. Death contract. Poison and honey. Red and afterbirth. Mercury lamp and bug light. Light refracting to countless dimensions. Swimming fish singing at the ocean bottom. Tools. Towards endless reproducing stars without meaning, without will. Better than wishes, another, only me. Unraveling deep sea, contradictory that appears from microscopic organisms. Detailed view of a quark. Rejection of everything, formless form. An embryo within a hearse. I curse and celebrate their existence. What's next? Fucking I Need Scissors 61? I need to play. I haven't played that game in a long time. What is this? Do you have Rose? God, that's such a weird thing to pop into my head at the time like this. Sensation is disregarded. The bleeding earth. Trade your blood for poison, and you will attain immortality. Rose. Your splendor will not last forever. Apparently they do have rosemary. The way to reach Lohan's temple, eat this bread. Spreading defilement, Lohan's temple. The April that's farther than May, the reversal of limbs, awaken in the shrine of balance beyond the dual serpent and scorpion. The skin of rotten fruit. Actually, awaken in the shrine of balance beyond the dual serpent and scorpion is, that sounds like a fun little D&D, not exactly a riddle, but I have a lot of D&D on the brain. Sue me. Burned puppet of celluloid. The cannabis of legion. Grinding and friction. Sun and moon. Colliding uphill paths. Female and lions. Again, Seba. Broken hourglass. Spiraling clouds. I am unparalleled. Upwards falling sand. 8 years ago. Killed you. Killed. Shut up. Pan. It stops. Trying with all my might, I bang my head against the wall, and it stops. What the hell was that just now? I don't know. Just random words filled my mind, and I couldn't think about anything at all, not being able to think, and all those words repeating machine-like in my head. I notice the tears are streaming from my eyes. Mucus and drool are streaming down my face as well. My head hurts. When does updates being a tick again? Oh well, this just means I'm going to have to end this episode again soon. Or again, whatever. My head hurts. It's not a normal headache I get from my anemia. My brain feels like it's about to explode. It's because even though I have a limit to my memory, much more than I can handle has flowed into my brain. Once more, if that inexplicable headache returns. At this rate, my mind will surely break before my body does. Stop. It's flowing. No, I'm picking it up. That guy's knowledge of a level so beyond that of ours is picked up by my brain. Yes, we are about to merge. The fusion between me and him had already begun. It was 8 years ago. The white summer day, empty shells of cicadas, feasting ants, someone's sudden death, the gravitation towards extreme pain, spurting blood, going into shock. Shrinking field of vision, nothing but darkness, nothing but crimson. The crisis of death, abortion, cutting up the birthing woman when the baby is still inside this hungry world, sampling the flesh of babies. Pointless, all of it. Stop. As long as you keep your eyes open, I will become one with you. I desperately closed my eyes as if imploring for help. It subsided. The flow of information and the voice inside my head ceases. Thank goodness. I breathe a sigh of relief. But on the other hand, I feel a chill go down my spine. If I open my eyes, that will happen again. I don't know. Maybe that was instantaneous, but I'm too terrified to open my eyes. A disgusting sensation. It feels like a caterpillar is crawling within my brain. I become sleepy, but if I sleep, I might see those nightmares again. I don't care. That dream is much better than what happened now. I relax my consciousness, with my eyes still closed, I fall asleep. And I think this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to finish off this episode. It's been a bit of a long one, but that's okay, because I've had some fairly short ones recently as well. Although, probably if I go back and look at it, that actually won't be true, but who knows. It doesn't matter anyway. I'm having fun. And isn't having fun the most important thing? Because, let's be honest, Shiki is not having fun. He's having a waking nightmare. His life has become a nightmare. A flowing bit of information, kind of reminding me of the final area, not the final boss, but the final area of Metal Gear Solid 2, and the Codex calls there, which I referenced a couple times. Congratulations if you got that. Love you for it. But, next time, Shiki sleeps, or at least tries to, and will he dream? And if so, what about? Well, find out the answer to that and more next time in Tsukihime. I hope to see you all there.